You are not behind. A mentorship perspective on timing and growth. Have you ever measured yourself against someone else's timeline and come up short? Maybe a peer classmate who launched a business while you were still figuring out the idea. I have sat with that feelings in hundreds of mentorship conversations across 3 continents and 30 years. And here is what I have learned. That feeling is nearly universal and almost always misleading. My name is Alamayo. You can call me Alex, and I am the founder of Sankofa African Idea Mentorship Hub. This is Sankofa Speaks, from aspiration to action, a space where we examine growth more honestly and more humanly. Here is the problem with comparison. You see other people's outcomes and you don't see their process. You see where they arrived. You rarely see what it costs to get there. Research on human development and what Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset is clear. Development is not linear and it is not uniform. People begin from different contexts, different levels of support, exposure, and circumstances. In my work from rural Ethiopia to university campuses in the UK, to newcomer communities in Toronto, I have seen these truths in every setting. The most meaningful growth often happens invisibly. There are periods of visible progress, and there are periods of consolidation where nothing appears to be moving on the surface, but something essential is being built underneath. The Sankofa tradition speaks to this directly. You cannot understand where you are going without honoring everything the journey has already given you. In mentorship, we do not measure progress by comparison. We use a tool I call the Growth Audit. Not a performance review, not a ranking against others, just 3 questions. What am I learning that I did not know 6 months ago? What can I do now that I could not do then? What has my experience given me that cannot be rushed? Whether you are building a business, navigating a career, transition, developing financial independence, or simply finding your footing in a new country, these questions reveal progress that comparison always conceals. Growth becomes visible only when you measure it correctly. I think of a young woman supported through a scholarship program in East Africa. She had taken longer than her cohort to complete her studies. Life had intervened several times. By every external measure, she appeared to be behind. But what she had accumulated in that time, the judgment, the perspectives, hard-won ability to navigate difficulty and adopt her faster-moving peers simply did not yet have. When she stopped measuring herself against their timeline, started measuring herself against her own growth, her confidence changed completely. Not because she was suddenly ahead, but because she finally understood the value of her own process. Here is your practice this week. Open a notebook or your phone and run the growth audit on yourself. Just 3 questions, honest answers, written down. What am I learning that I did not know 6 months ago? Number 1. What can I do now that I could not do then? 2. And number 3, what has my experience given me that cannot be rushed? Read your answers back slowly. That is your real timeline. Come back for episode 4, because next time we talk about what happens when the step does not go as planned and why that moment is often where real growth begins. This is Sankofa Speaks, from Aspiration to Action, brought to you by Sankofa Afro-Caribbean Mentorship Hub. You are not behind, you are in progress, and that process has more value than you may yet know. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.